Hey guys, so I know it's been a long time since I've done a video of any kind, and I'm really sorry about that, but I had some time on my hands right now, and so I thought it'd be the perfect chance to film a little tutorial. So for this video, I'm going to be doing a galaxy tutorial, both for pastel and regular galaxy, so I hope you guys enjoy. So the first step to begin the tutorial for the normal galaxy is the supplies that will be needed. So you're going to want to start off with a black nail polish paint. That will be the base coat, so you'll just want to paint your nails like normal, and that will be the base for everything. And then the other colors you will need are a white, blue, pink, and purple. Now all of the pink, blue, and purple will have some kind of shimmer or a glittery aspect to it, just to make it a little cuter and more, fashionable. It'd be fun. And you'll need some makeup sponges to apply the different design colors on there. Also a dotting tool, and if you don't have a dotting tool, a bobby pin can also work. And then last but not least, you'll need a striping brush or some kind of small tool. Also a toothpick could work if you don't have one, to make the little stars. So those are the supplies that will be needed for this tutorial. So like I said before, what you're going to want to do is start off with a black coat, and that will be the base. So you just want to paint your nails like normal, nothing, nothing fancy. And you don't have to top it off with a top coat or anything, because we'll top it off once we're all finished with all the designs and whatnot. So once you've painted your base, you'll just want to take a makeup sponge and your white nail polish, and you're just going to want to put some of that on the maybe corner of the sponge. Not too much, because you don't want it to be a lot. And you're just going to take the corner and just kind of dab it lightly across the nail in a diagonal manner. Just kind of trying to get it to not be so white, but make it kind of spotted. So after you do your white, you can take your blue and kind of do the same thing, and the colors don't have to be in really any specific order. So if you want to do the pink first or the purple first, or whatever you like is the preference here. So then you can do the same thing with the blue and just kind of dot it around very lightly. And then you can do the same thing with all the other colors. Now if you're doing it and it looks spotty and weird, don't worry about it, because that's the effect that we're going for. So you just want to do the same thing with all your colors, just kind of sporadically dabbing with the sponge, not soaking the sponge too much, because you don't want it to get too opaque, because then that kind of just blocks out the colors and you won't be able to get that effect. So if you can see your nail, it already kind of starts to look galaxy type. So once you've spotted all your colors, you're practically almost done. What comes next is we want to take some of that white polish and just dab some, in a place where you can pick it up to use. And then this is where you take your dotting tool, and you just want to take a little tiny bit of that color and just kind of dab it very lightly around where you put the white. On the top and the bottom, just like that. Now these are your little stars for that galaxy look. And then once you've finished with that, you can take your striper brush or your toothpick, whatever you're using, whatever easier for you. And you want to take some of that polish again, and just very lightly, you can make the stars just by making a little, decal like that, pretty much on either side or both. And once you do that, you're pretty much done. Just to finish it off, you would want to top coat that, and then once you do that on every other finger, you'll have awesome galaxy nails. These are one of my favorite nails to do because I just think they're so fun, and I think they look really pretty when they're done. and I'll get a better picture, but it's a really fun thing to do. So this is the first tutorial, and so the next we'll do is the pastel version. For this pastel tutorial, it's the same exact method as the first tutorial, but the colors for this one are a little different. For the base color, you're going to want to do like a light pink. That's going to be the base color, and everything else is, as you can see, the white has been replaced with a very light pastel kind of bluish color. The blue is now a glittery but lighter blue. The pink is lighter, and then the pastel purple. So everything that you're going to be using for this version is the same concept, but the colors will be lighter and more soft. So you're going to want to get your colors, and then we can start. So for this version of the tutorial, you're going to want to start off with your base pink. Now it looks a lot brighter than it actually is. It's very soft in person. So to begin with this one, you're going to want to do the same steps as before. So we're going to do the same steps that we did with the white paint, but instead of white, we're actually going to use a softer color. Now earlier I said this was like a bluish color, but looking at it now, it's really soft, kind of like a mint green. So this color is actually going to replace the white from the previous color and the previous tutorial. So we're just going to use this and the same method as before, putting it on the edge corner of a makeup sponge and just lightly dabbing in a diagonal fashion across the nail. And it's going to be very light. You can change the color if you want to make it a little darker, or you can just kind of dab it on a couple more times just so it becomes more vibrant and more noticeable. So that's what I'm going to do, just going to dab it on a couple times so that you can actually see it. The colors that you'll be using are very soft, so it'll be looking really pretty at the end, and the whole thing kind of reminds me of cotton candy. So once you do that, you're going to want to take your other colors and start doing the design portion. Now this part is your blue glittery color. Now this one that I'm using is very much glittery, so once I dab it on my nail, a lot of the glitter is actually going to be the thing that stays, because when you put glitter nail polish on the sponge, it makes the glitter come off rather than the color, so it'll add amazing pop of glitter to your nails. So you're just going to want to dab that just like before, and the next thing we'll do is add our pastel purple. So as you can see, it's coming together. If you want to add a little bit more darker aspect of a blue rather than just the glitter, you can use a little darker color. I'm going to use this kind of turquoisey color just to give a little bit more pop to the blue, but that is completely up to you. If you like it how it looks without it, then you can just stick with what you've got. Just add a little bit more color. Make it a little bit funner. Just dabbing it with a sponge. Just kind of blend it all in. So after that, what you're going to do now to make the stars is actually use the pink. Not the same pink that you painted the base with, but a pink that's just a little bit darker. I'm using this one. It's a little bit darker and it has a little bit of a glittery aspect to it. So we're just going to use that, and the same technique as the beginning, we're just going to take your dotting tool and get a very light amount and kind of just dot it around the bottom edge and the top edge. So it'll look like that with your bottom and top dotted, and then you're going to want to take your brush and just make the star again. And there you have it. the Pastel Galaxy. Both designs are really fun to make and they're really cute, so it's whatever you decide to do with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching, and have a wonderful day.